تفاعلكم مستمر معكم مشاهدينا في عرض مقابلات خاصة مع نجوم تنس عالميين التقيناهم على هامش بطولة دبي المقامة الآن. اليوم مقابلتنا الخاصة مع الكندي فيليكس أوجيه إلياسيم، النجم الشاب المصنف 9 عالميا اوريدي، واللي سبقه كان السادس كمان، واليوم لعب أولى مبارياته في بطولة دبي على فكرة وكسبها. تكلمنا مع فيليكس عن إنجازاته للآن، طموحه للمستقبل والمنتظر منه، وإيش كان ممكن يكون لو ما لعب تنس. أترككم مع المقابلة وأعود وألقاكم غدا إن شاء الله. في أمان الله. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Nice meeting you today.
Yes, thank you.
Very nice meeting you. I'm very excited about meeting you. You're one of my favorite players.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask you about your debut in Dubai. Let's start from there.
Yes.
How was that?
It's great. I mean, it's the third time that I come to Dubai. I was here before for training or vacation, kind of, but first time actually playing the tournament, seeing the stadium for the first time. And,
Last year you pulled out because of injury.
Yes, injury, yeah. I was supposed to come, and then a couple of days before I was playing in Marseille in France, and I hurt my back a little bit, so I thought I wasn't giving myself good chances to play well here and to compete here, so I decided to pull out. But this year I'm feeling good, I'm feeling healthy, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you're excited.
Yeah.
What about Doha before here?
It was great. First time in Doha as well, so I thought this year would be nice to do kind of a Middle East.
Yes, it's your first
swing
time
of
in the Middle East, other than for vacation.
I've been, to Dubai before.
For vacation, yeah.
Yes, for vacation and training a couple of years ago as well. But yeah, Doha, first time playing the tournament here in Dubai for the first time. So it's nice for us players, to have those two tournaments back to back. We usually travel a long distance between tournaments sometimes.
True.
But it was nice to just catch a 1-hour flight yesterday and, to visit one of the two most important cities in the Middle East. So
yes,
that's cool.
Of course. You're one of the most promising players, and people are always talking about when is Félix gonna get his first Grand Slam. Do you feel that kind of pressure?
But yeah, it's a pressure that I'm okay with. I'm not the only guy in that situation. There's a few players of us that are, I guess, promising and that are have the ambition themselves to win a Grand Slam. So I feel like my ambitions and my goals are connected also with the expectations from the outside in the tennis world that on me. So I feel like I deal okay and I live okay with that. And
internally?
Yeah, internally, it's a good pressure. It's like keeps me
motivated.
Yeah, keeps me motivated, keeps me on my toes, and keeps me really ready every week. I feel like for me every match is important.
Of course.
And everything I do is like of a high importance because I feel like every day has a connection, or like it has like a meaning for me to reach that ultimate goal.
When we talk about pressure is very difficult for you guys. And I saw the Netflix documentary that you were featured in, Breakpoint.
Yes.
How does it feel to watch yourself from the outside, especially during the tournament and all that?
I don't like it so much. I don't like, watching, say, I did watch a Netflix documentary as well, but it's not my favorite thing to watch, myself, let's say, talk or like, watch myself play. But it is important because that's how you get proper feedback of what you've been doing, and that's how you learn from your mistakes, and that's how you improve. So sometimes watching matches, for example, that I lost, where I'm like, I don't want to relive that match and kind of like I played bad and I just want to forget about it. But it's important to do the effort and try to like sit down and actually watch it and try to learn from your mistakes and what you can do better.
Yes, and the thing is with tennis, it's very challenging, not just physically, mentally as well. And we saw that very much. It was very obvious in the documentary.
Yeah, I think even more. Like, it is a physical sport first.
Yes.
But mentally, when you finish a match, it's quite draining. Like, because it's always you have like 20 seconds or so to kind of like decompress and like relax between a point, and then it's always like focus again and like refocus, and then it's always like switching that focus switch on and off. And I feel like that takes a toll on you mentally, and after the match you feel kind of just tired and you don't want to think.
And there is a moment before you guys go outside to the court where you both are standing and you're like avoiding each other, even though you know each other. You never say hi or anything of the sort.
Yeah, we say hi hours before. We say hi when we see each other for the first time in the day, but we see each other in the locker room. But then it's once, you know, the couple of minutes before you go out, that's when you really, you know, lock in and get into your zone, because we're different people on the outside and we're on the court.
Of course.
When you go on the court, it's kind of like it's almost like an actor that goes and plays in a movie. It's like you go with a different type of energy and spirit that you just need to be a fierce competitor. Like you can't be just relaxed like I am now talking to you. It needs to be more intense and like, so that's why the minutes before we don't look at each other, we don't say hi, everybody's locking in.
It's interesting, if I take you back to the mental part, do you have any advice for us? I mean, when I watch you during the game, I'm like, how can he do it? How can you do it with all this pressure?
From the outside, it's more stressful sometimes.
Yes, and especially when you're playing one of the the goats, where people are just calling their names and stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to. There's no secret recipe. It takes time, you know, because I remember the first time playing Nadaal. I mean, it was tough because I mean, I felt like even if normally you always back up yourself and have that self-belief, okay, like you get on the court, it's 1 against 1 and you feel like, yes, I can win. When I first played him, I didn't feel like I could win really, you know. But then the last 2 times we've played, I felt like, okay, I really, over the years, gained this confidence like against anybody, that when I step on the court, I have to believe in myself. I have to, even if he's the favorite, even if I'm playing
so it's something that you have to work on.
It's something you work on. Of course, I mean, there's things that are like inevitable, like you need to get better at what you do, so like that's what we practice, get better at what we do. So, and then once you start feeling like you're mastering what you're doing better and better, then it's easier to have that self-confidence, because you feel like you're in control. And then you start winning more matches, and then eventually after a couple of years you really get more and more of that confidence. But there's a part also that sometimes there's work to do outside the court, like outside of just the practice court. Sometimes just reflecting, talking with people close to your family and my coach, and being like, okay, how can I mentally be stronger and stronger?
Of course. I read that you said that you don't remember a day in your life without tennis being involved.
Yeah,
that you
true.
actually that this is the only thing you remember, like you thought about every day. Okay, let's say we took tennis out of your life. What other career path would you take?
Wow, I ask myself that sometimes, but then I'm also like, I was fortunate to find that passion early, and I'm like, that I persevered in it, and
No, we want you to stay in tennis.
Yeah, like, you know, I love what I do, so I'm like, I want to stay.
Definitely,
so
we
it's
want
tough for me to like project myself doing something else, because it's true, like you said, that it's always been part of my life. But I asked myself with a question, and I don't know, there's many things. Like, now I've had the chance to meet different people, and like I feel like there's so many things that are interesting to do, and I feel like I'm the kind of person that whoever I talk with and that are, you know, they're passionate about what they do, it's like, oh, I feel like I love talking with people that love, you know, what they do.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could also find an interest into what they're doing. So if I was in studies or I was in another sport or like an art or something, I feel like, yeah, I would really try my best and try to do it the best I can. So it really could be a lot of things. I don't know.
Anyways, stay in tennis.
Yeah,
You're
so
doing
for
extremely
now,
well.
And then we'll see after.
Yes, and we wish you all the best,
Thank you.
Felix.
Thank
Thank you very much for your time, dear.